Jane and Anne aren't overweight. Are Jane and Anne overweight? No, Jane and Anne aren't overweight. They're slim. Are they slim? Yes, they're slim. They used to be overweight. Did they used to be overweight? Yes, they used to be overweight. Who used to be overweight? It was Jane and Anne. Jane and Anne used to be overweight. 2 years ago, Jane was overweight. 2 years ago, was Jane overweight? Yes, that's correct. Jane was overweight. How overweight was Jane? Well, Jane was very overweight. 2 years ago, Anne was also overweight. 2 years ago, was Anne also overweight? Yes, Anne was also overweight. How overweight was Anne? Well, Anne was a little overweight. 2 years ago, Jane and Anne were slim. 2 years ago, were Jane and Anne slim? No, they were slim. They were actually overweight. How overweight were they? Well, Jane was very overweight and Anne was a little overweight. When Kay and Tom were little, they thought Santa Claus was real. When Kay and Tom were little, did they think Santa Claus was real? Yes, they thought Santa Claus was real when they were little. They didn't think Superman was real. Did they think Superman was real? No, they didn't think Superman was real. They didn't think Batman was real. Did they think Batman was real? No, they didn't think Batman was real. They thought someone else was real. Who did they think was real? They thought Santa Claus was real. Why did they think Santa Claus was real? It's because their mother had told them once that Santa Claus was real and they believed her. They used to believe Santa Claus was real. They used to believe Santa Claus was real. Did they used to believe Santa Claus was real? Yes, that's what they believed. When Tom was a boy, he had a friend named Nick. When Tom was a boy, did he have a friend named Nick? Yes, that's correct. He had a friend named Nick when he was a boy. One day, Nick told him something surprising. One day, Nick told him something surprising. Did Nick tell him something surprising one day? Yes, that's correct. One day, Nick told him something surprising. What did Nick tell him? Nick told him that Santa Claus wasn't real. Did Nick tell him that Santa Claus wasn't real? Yes, that's what Nick told him. When Tom realized Santa Claus wasn't real, he was bright and sad. When Tom realized Santa Claus wasn't real, was he bright and sad? Yes, he was bright and sad. He didn't feel angry. Did he feel angry? No, that's not how he felt. He didn't feel angry. How did he feel? Well, he felt bright and sad. Why did he feel bright and sad? Well, it's because before Nick told him the truth, he truly believed that Santa Claus was real, and he loved Santa very much. When Tom got home, he did something he didn't want to do. When Tom got home, what did he do? What did Tom do when he got home? He told Kate that Santa Claus didn't actually exist. Did he tell Kate that Santa Claus didn't actually exist? Yes, that's what he told her. He didn't tell Kate that their parents were sick. Did he tell Kate that their parents were sick? No, that's not what he told her. He told her something else. What did he tell her? He told her that Santa Claus didn't actually exist. When Kate realized Santa Claus didn't exist, she cried. When Kay realized Santa Claus didn't actually exist, did she cry? Yes, that's what happened when she realized Santa Claus didn't exist. She didn't cry for just a few minutes. Did she cry for just a few minutes? No, she didn't cry for just a few minutes. She cried much longer than that. How long did she cry? Well, she cried for almost an hour. Why did she cry for almost an hour? It's because she had learned that Santa Claus didn't actually exist. Grace and Emma have pets. Do Grace and Emma have pets? Yes, they have pets. Their pets are dogs. Are their pets dogs? No, their pets aren't dogs. Are their pets cats? Are their pets aren't cats? Their pets aren't cats. Are their pets cats? No, their pets aren't cats. What kind of animals are their pets? Well, their pets are spiders. Do they think their spiders were cute? Do they think their spiders are cute? Yes, they think their spiders are cute. They aren't afraid of spider. They aren't afraid of their spiders. Are they afraid of their spiders? No, they aren't afraid of their spiders. When they were young, they were afraid of spiders. When they were young, were they afraid of spiders? Yes, they were afraid of spiders when they were young. They weren't afraid of spiders. No, they weren't afraid of spiders. They were afraid of something else. What were they afraid of? Well, they were afraid of spiders. When they were young, did they think spiders were cute? When they were young, no, that's not true. They didn't think spiders were cute. What did they think about spiders? Well, they thought spiders were really scary. They didn't think spiders were interesting. Did they think spiders were interesting? No, they didn't think spiders were interesting. What did think about spiders? They thought spiders were really scary. Who thought spiders were really scary? Well, it's Grace and Emma thought spiders were really scary. One day, Grace and Emma watched the cartoon. One day, do Grace and Emma watch the cartoon? One day, Grace and Emma watched the cartoon. One day, do Grace and Emma watch a cartoon? Yes, they watched the cartoon one day. The cartoon wasn't about dogs. Was the cartoon about dogs? No, the cartoon wasn't about dogs. The cartoon wasn't about cats. Was the cartoon about cats? No, it wasn't. The cartoon the cartoon was about something else. What was the cartoon about? Well, the cartoon was about spiders. The cartoon funny. The cartoon were funny. The cartoon was funny. Was the cartoon funny? Yes, the cartoon was funny. How funny was the cartoon? Well, it was very funny. Spiders in the cartoon were scary. Were spiders in the cartoon scary? No, they weren't scary at all. Spiders in the cartoon were cute. Were spiders in the cartoon cute? Yes, they were cute. Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders. Before they watched a cartoon, before they watched the cartoon, were they afraid of spiders? Yes, that's correct. Before they watched the cartoon, they were afraid of spiders. After they watched the cartoon, something interesting happened. What happened after they watched the cartoon? Well, after they watched the cartoon, their fear of spiders was completely gone. After they watched the cartoon, they were no longer afraid of spiders. After they watched the cartoon, were they still afraid of spiders? No. They what? After they watched the cartoon, they were no longer afraid of spiders.